back in town, no clowning around. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Garrett here, coming at you with a new weekly series I'm going to try and keep up with, and I'm going to say try because if anybody's ever watched my videos in the past, you know I have a really random uploading schedule. Don't really have a schedule at all. I try and change that, and today I have for you a team building episode. Today's episode that's always going to hopefully get recorded and go up on Tuesday is Team Building Tuesday. It's a series of videos I'm going to try and have where every Tuesday or so, because you know I'm not the best at team building, I'm not the best at... It doesn't mean I'm the best at it, so really going to give it my all, really going to give it the best shot that I have right now. Going to go ahead and get rid of that. I'm going to go ahead and just hide the rest of that. I want blank space. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get into this team that we have right here. This is a team that I built actually yesterday and tried recording for that, and for some reason my recording software on my computer didn't really capture it, didn't really save it. For some reason just wouldn't let me save it, so I had to. And I had to delete it, and that whole video was just a 30-minute long process of me going through my head trying to like figure out what are the best Pokemon to fit right here. So you guys, unfortunately, are going to miss out on that entire progress of just building a team, which I think is probably the most entertaining part of team builders, is just going into the trainer's mind and figuring out what exactly is going through their head at this given point in time. And well, unfortunately, that's gone, but I'm going to try and give you my best overall summarization of what we've got right in front of your faces right here. Up first, this team was built around Totem Pokemon, the Greninja, rocking Choice Band, Protean, Gunk Shot, Ice Punch, Waterfall, and Shadow Sneak. As you can see, this is quite a much more physically offensive Greninja, rocking max speed, max attack. You might be wondering, why the hell am I doing this? Well, that is because, let me see here. Bloop. Bloop. That is because, sorry, my girlfriend is texting me something strange right now. That is because we just wanted to try it out. We thought it would be interesting due to the fact that Greninja has a very diverse move pool, including moves of all kinds, such as acrobatics, Gunk Shot, low kick, night slash, power up punch, quick attack. As many physical moves as special moves, as I would say. In terms of utility, I would say not all the HP. Not all the hidden powers are going to be used, and there's water equivalents to a lot of the water moves that he runs usually, and yeah, shit like that, perfect. But that's basically why I wanted to go for it. Plus, if you give him the right EVs, I mean, his attack and special attack aren't even really that off. And instead of giving him a life orb to just boost his attacks and give me the ability to adapt to my situations better, I just gave him Choice Band so he can hit things a lot harder, because I know at 289 attack he's really not hitting anybody that hard, but we're gonna get stab boost and Choice Banded power to really help us with that. Now, the reason that kind of sucks is because unless I gave him something like a life orb, now as a Pokemon we are very diverse. However, because we have a Choice Band, we are not very adaptable. That is the problem. That is the problem with running Choice, Greninja, anything. Is that you have the diversity. You have a diverse move pool. You have the diversity you need, but you don't have the adaptability. You cannot switch moves on the fly, and that's what's really going to hurt. So Greninja's going to be one of those Pokemon that's a physical attacker, but strikes early on, breaks through certain walls. Pokemon like Chansey cannot handle Greninja. They just can't. Just look at the stats real quick here. I already have it pulled up. Just real quick, because I know this is a real threat. We've got Pokemon like Charizard running around, Mega Charizard X. It's not taking 2 Gunk Shots, not taking 2 Waterfalls. Just pointing that out because that was already on the screen. Looking at OU Chansey defensive, Um, Waterfall should be doing more than that. I guess that just depends. If it's max defense, um, it's 3-hit KO. But with Gunk Shot, it's got 25% chance to it KO. Honestly, so like I feel like we'd be taking it better there. And if we go Gunk Shot, Toxic's not doing anything to us. So nice. Alright, so that's basically the Greninja we got here. That's what we're going to be trying to work with. That's what the entirety of the team following it is built around. I'm going to skip Celesteela because Celesteela is actually a Pokemon I was thinking about replacing, but I don't know with what yet. Here we got Tapu Lele, our Choice Scarf Tapu Lele, rocking its Psychic Surge, Max Special Attack, Max Speed, Timid Nature, rocking Hidden Power, Moonblast, Psychic, and Thunderbolt. Really just there so that we have a fast special attack user. Really nothing else. It's not meant to take hits. It's not meant to really, like I said, it's not meant to go 1v1 with a Pokemon and see which one of them gets whittled down first. It's literally just there to dish out hits. In fact, I'm going to name you Dishwasher because you're just there. You're just there to clean house. Up next, we have Mega Tyranitar here, rocking that Sandstream, Fire Punch, Dragon Dance, Earthquake, and Stone Edge. We're rocking 240 attack, 100 in defense, and 168 in speed. I put a little bit in defense because I wanted to make him a slightly more physical mon, a physically defensive mon, if that makes any sense. Right, as you can just see, I just kind of like shelled everything out because I want all the stats that I'm putting points into to at least be even. That's just a weird thing that I have. I like it to be even. I want to make sure that I can take maybe a little bit of hits, and I also put a little speed EV there as a speed creep a little bit. I don't want anybody to think I'm too slow. I don't want anybody to think I'm too bulky. I'm just kind of trying to live in the middle, get some Dragon Dances up, set that shit up, and then just kind of let it run wild if need be. For the most part, in my experiences with this team that I've been testing it with so far, I have noticed that Tyranitar, his role so far has been to tank a hit and then dish out a hit, get mad damage off, or get a knockout, and then get revenge killed, or die as a result. Oh, fuck me. Sorry. I just really wish I really wish that didn't pop up on my screen, but I can't fix it right now. Anyway, sorry that shit keeps happening. Female Mega Tyranitar, rocking that shiny. No, shiny Tyranitar is not as cool as regular Tyranitar. Up next, we have Landorus-Therian. Oh wait, last thing I was gonna say about Tyranitar was we're gonna try and change his role into a Pokemon that can sweep, because that should be Greninja's role. It's to not really sweep, but to be a wall breaker, break through certain walls. Unfortunately, he won't be able to tank hits like a Tyranitar can, and then dish back one hit. But he might be able to outspeed Pokemon and dish out hits and then die. So hopefully we got to get Greninja on some switches, give Tyranitar a chance to set up if need be. Up next, we've got Landorus-Therian, Landho, the Landers, Landho, the Lando, and I know what you guys are thinking. I know what you guys are thinking. How could I, after all this time, let myself have all this shit that I got going on here? Why am I, like every other person, having a Landorus-Therian on my team? Well, plain and simple, you guys, Landorus is a good Pokemon. I don't know what you want me to say. He's just a good Pokemon. He's really bulky. That Intimidate drop, though, and he's just good. I don't know how to say it. He's just good. One thing that you may have noticed is that I'm not running Rocks. I'm running Defog, Toxic, Knockoff, and Earthquake. It's a weird set. I know. Trust me, I feel you, though. And I'm running a wonky set here. I want him to be more all defensive. I want him to be able to take some special hits, some physical hits. If that doesn't end up working out for me, I may just go full physical. Like if this doesn't work out for us, we're going straight physical, no doubt. But I want him to have Toxic, Defog for hazard removal. I noticed that on my team, if I change certain things around, that I'm not really gonna need protection from rocks or anything, because I've got two Pokemon that are resistant to it. Because I'm saying, I might not even keep Celesteela, and then I've got Pokemon that don't really care about it. I do have Pokemon that care about like sticky webs and such. Oh wait. That's not what I meant to say. I went on a completely different tangent of thought. What I meant to say was that's why I need Defog. I need Defog for these reasons, because I don't want stuff like hazards on my side, because I don't want stuff like sticky webs or 3 layers of spikes. Seriously, I got cross-wired. I don't know what just happened. What I meant to say was I don't need Stealth Rocks because I don't need hazards. My team doesn't benefit from hazards as much as you might think it does, because the only thing we're really going to be breaking with hazards is sashes, and any Pokemon like Charizard or Talonflame or anybody like that are just nerfed immediately because we have Pokemon to counter those guys. So it's because Landorus is one of them. Tyranitar is another one. Greninja can outspeed a bunch of people. Magearna is super specially defensive. So that's what I'm basically getting at here. Earthquake because we want stab. Toxic just because I'm about to get rid of the Celesteela. We're going to go ahead and just click that, get rid of Celesteela. Throw Toxic onto Landorus and knock off just because we want to knock off. Maybe get some opposing Landoruses out of our face. And Intimidate because you know the dealio. Then we have Grinding Gears, the Magearna. Rocking that Assault Vest, Soul Heart, Flare Cannon, Flash Cannon, Hidden Power Fire, and Volt Switch. This is pretty self-explanatory, mainly just in here, honestly, to take on Tapu Kokos, because Tapu Kokos are a pain in the ass, but we can take those guys pretty easily. Any Fables, Clefas, Calamity Clups, Blacephalons. Nope. Fun fact, one Shadow Sneak from a Choice Banded Max Attack Greninja Okos Blacephalons. For all of you out there wondering, boom. Now, basically, when it comes to finding a replacement, we want a wall, but a wall that might be able to help us. I'm afraid of getting someone like Clefable due to the fact that that would give us not a huge poison type weakness, or even that might actually give us a huge steel type weakness, because then we would have you, and you. You would be taking neutral damage. Tyranitar will be taking super effective damage. You will be taking super effective damage, and I think this is neutral. And we have answers for steel types like Fire Punch for Ferrothorn, Earthquakes for anybody else. But I mean that's one of the problems we're facing right now. I mean, granted, Landorus handles a lot of steel types like Bisharp, Excadrill. Doesn't really handle Ferrothorn that well, so if I have a combination of Excadrill and Ferrothorn, we might have a bit of an issue. Pokemon like Heatran are probably going to be a bit of a problem with Air Balloon. Jirachi's going to be an issue, I know. Bulky Jirachi is a problem. So maybe something that can be a wall for us, but also kind of beat back the ground type competition. Maybe something that can beat back the steel type competition as well. Let's keep looking. See if we can't find something that is something we need. Let's see. Something that could really help us in this situation. Something that combats steel types, combats poison types, combats ground types. We could rock out with somebody like Landorus-Therian, but he's more specially defensive. I mean, he has really high physical. No, wait, who am I looking at? He's more specially defensive. We could rock out with somebody like Zapdos, but what would Zapdos really be able to do? Let me see here. What is likely to be the most dominant steel type out in this bitch? Someone like Skarmory, but we can take that out with a Thunderbolt. Skarmory, Mega Scizor. Let me just look at this real quick. Let's look at someone like Zapdos, because Zapdos is not bad. We can go defensive, rock that Heat Wave, of course, and then we could have. I mean, if we have a defensive Zapdos, that could give us the ability to take Defog off of Landorus. But that we'll see. Let's look at something like Scizor. Rocking his OU Swords Dance. Heat Wave is definitely going to OHKO one of these things. Not definitely, but very close to definitely. What if I change some of the stats around? I take a little bit out of speed, put a little bit of it into special attack. Let's take all of it out of speed, put all of it into special attack. That increases our chances a lot better. If we get a crit, or not Z, Jesus. If we get a crit, we definitely have something like that to look forward to. Alright, so let me think about this. If a Scizor is at +2, let's assume he's max attack. At +2, Bullet Punch is just not doing the damn work. It's just not. So honestly, we could throw on a Zapdos at the end over here. It gives us ground immunity. It gives us a resistance to steel types. And let's throw leftovers onto this bad boy. Get that static. Can you get static? Is that illegal? I feel like that might be illegal. We'll probably change that once we validate it. So we're gonna throw Discharge on here. Gotta throw that Heat Wave on here. Gotta throw that Roost, that Booster Roost. And now we gotta make a bit of a head spin here. We could rock out with Substitute Zapdos, or we could rock out with something like Roar or Whirlwind to get our enemies to swap, like in case somebody's setting up on us and we really don't have an answer for it. Or we could rock out with Tailwind, and that could give us extra boosts. But I don't really know how much I would need that because of that. So honestly, right now, I'm tied between Substitute and Roar. Substitute, I mean, if it's going to be more defensive, it doesn't really need it. So I think Roar is going to be our best bet here. We are going to rock out with max HP. And we're going to rock out with max... I think we're going to rock out with some physical D. Let's look over here. He's got 240 in defense. So if I only rocked out with however much I said I was going to, 72. Let's just put 72. Okay. At 252. I mean, we're still doing work, and he's still not doing work to us. So, as of that point, we don't really care. How about an Excadrill? Let's say an Excadrill Rock Slide, doing about 50%. At max, 50%. So, what if we boosted ourselves up to 100? Doing less damage. So I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. So we are taking 100. Now, I have a question. What about physical moves like Ice Punch? If I had a Pokemon like, let's say... Like if Mega Gyarados. Like if a Mega Gyarados wanted to come at me with an Ice Fang or something like that. How could I combat that? We have to ask ourselves these questions, ladies and gentlemen. We have to ask ourselves these questions. So we're taking less than half, and we're dishing out more than that. So let me think. At around... We might have to raise our special attack a little bit. Maybe go up to 56? Get our special defense raised up 100 points. And then let's see how much 56 is going to do for us. At 300. So we're actually doing 2-hit KOs now. Guaranteed 2-hit KOs, as his Ice Fangs are guaranteed 3-hit KOs. We haven't picked our nature yet either, so we have to basically go bold. And I'm not... God damn it. I have to think about this. Like, Tapu, Coco, is doing the damn work to us. So no matter what I do, unless I decided to go 252, I mean it still doesn't help. Honestly, I think the set we have right now is fine because I know nothing that Tapu Koko can do can really affect Magearna and her like 500 plus base special defense. So right now, I think we've got a pretty nice and diverse team. We've got our Wall Breaker, our fast special attacker, our setup Sweetmon. We got our defensive Defogger. We've got our Assault Vest Mon, and then we've got our defensive pivot right now. Not really a pivot, but more just so a Pokemon that's just there to give us that extra coverage, give us those extra resistances, and hopefully maybe we can actually work with this team. What I didn't think of before I actually head off was one of the Pokemon that I had running around in my head that might be a threat is someone like Magnezone, who is not a threat. Never mind. And yes, we are running no speed EVs. We don't care. We just don't care about speed EVs. So, guys, thank you for watching Team Building Tuesdays. Next Team Building Tuesday, I promise, is going to be an actual from scratch team building, not more of a team recap plus a little bit of team building. But yeah, this is what we're working with, and I will catch you guys later.